Coming up on Wednesday, July 31st, is the One Community Club Blood Drive, participating a number of our Zimmer Radio Group stations. We ask you to come to the Capitol Mall and please donate blood. What kind of good can you do? Well, here are just some examples. Debbie and Hudson Lee. Debbie and her 14-year-old son, Hudson, are here with us today. Hello, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, Hudson. How are you today? All right, we're glad you're here. Hudson is 14 years old. You go to Immaculate Conception School, right? And Hudson has been through quite the ringer here. We're going to find out from just a minute from him what it's been like. But Mom, a very tough time. Tell us what happened with Hudson.
In early March, Hudson was showing signs of the flu, and his conditions worsened over a period of about a week or less, and he ended up in the emergency room. And the doctor there did blood work and a chest x-ray. The blood work showed that his white counts were astronomically high, and he also had a mass in his chest. Those two things landed us at the Women's and Children's Hospital in Columbia that night, only to find out in the next 24 hours that Hudson was diagnosed with lymphoblastic leukemia.
There was a great need for blood at that point, wasn't there?
During the course of Hudson's stay in the hospital, yes, he was in ICU for 5 days. He was on dialysis for 3 of those days, and after that, the need of blood was very important to Hudson.
Hudson, how are you feeling at this point? Give us your reaction to everything.
Well, I was kind of shocked at first because I was never expecting to have leukemia, and then it all came real, and I just kind of had to go with it, and it was really tough and hard and really stressful for me, and I know it was for her too.
Did you hear from your friends at school and people you know and all?
Yeah, they would come to visit me like once a week, like a group of friends, but I was completely out of it in the ICU, and that's when most of them came, and I don't really remember them, but she told me that they were all there.
How scared were you, Hudson?
I was pretty scared at first, and then they got me on morphine, and I was kind of relaxed then. And
morphine will do that.
I can't remember the first week and a half I was in the hospital because there's so much stuff that happened in that time. And then I kind of got back into it. It was just kind of scary to know what had gone on.
Debbie, Mom's worst nightmare?
Oh, very much so. I can't even describe it. You take a totally healthy 13-year-old and who's active in baseball and football and roller skating and hunting and fishing and all the normal things that teenage boys do, and your world comes crashing down.
Never suspected anything like this might be possible.
Nothing. No.
I know you were saying that you found out there were all kinds of efforts on Hudson's behalf.
There were so many people that were willing to donate blood. MU's campus had a huge blood drive, and I believe they collected over 2,000 units. People randomly went to the Columbia Donor Center and the Jefferson City Donor Center and donated on his behalf. A lot of them wanted the blood to go directly to him, but we found out that that's not quite so easy to do. But we were grateful for those who did go out and give, and still are giving. Every 56 days, I believe, you can give.
Wow.
And so we're very grateful.
And again, this was not for folks in Hudson's position and others. This is not a matter of 1 or 2 units, but you went through how many units of blood for him?
Since Hudson's diagnosis in March, I've lost count, but it's way over 20 units. He also has used probably over 10 units of platelets. So we rely on the community to go out and give blood so that the supply is always there.
You've probably heard the commercials and the pleas for blood and how the need is great all the time. And did you oftentimes have the same reaction that maybe a lot of us have? Well, I know they always say that, but you've seen it firsthand, haven't you?
I have. And we now realize that he wouldn't be as healthy as he is right now if that supply wasn't there.
Hudson, how are you feeling these days?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. What's his prognosis? Do we know?
His prognosis is really good. He has treatments for the next 3 years, which includes chemo, spinal taps, as we know, blood infusions, platelet infusions, and his attitude is always great, and he wants to get better.
You been out fishing yet?
Yeah, I've been fishing a lot.
Good.
Yesterday and the day before.
That'll help anybody right there. Yeah, so.
That's one thing he can do. The doctors have told him that he's out of sports for a while because of the port that's surgically implanted in his chest. But he's looking forward to starting possibly back in baseball next summer.
Would you encourage folks, Debbie, to please get out and support the One Community Club blood drive? From a mother's heart, we want to hear your encouragement to please do that.
I would encourage everyone over the age of 16 to think about it and look down deep in your heart to, make plans for the 31st to go to the mall and donate. I know it can be a scary thought, but Hudson here has been poked and prodded and on a weekly basis, and I think if he can do it, anybody can do it.
Hudson, we wish you the very best, buddy. Get better.
Thanks.
Join us at the Capitol Mall Wednesday, July 31st. It's the One Community Club blood drive with Zimmer Radio Group.